Guys, I'm gonna be 100%. This video is gonna be so scary for me because I actually go to the gym. And now we're reacting to the worst gym desk ever. This video is gonna hit a little different for me because, you know what I'm saying, I like to go to the gym, I like to pump iron. Yeah. Let's get to the video, man. Let's go.
The squat press incident.
All right.
On July 15th, 2023, fitness influencer Justin Vicky was training at Paradise Bali Gym in Sanur, Indonesia. He was 33 years old, a respected bodybuilder and personal trainer. With over 30,000 followers on Instagram, he inspired people and helped them transform their lives through fitness. Around noon, Vicky was attempting a squat press, a heavy one, with about 460 pounds on his shoulders. He'd done heavy squats before, posted videos of them, even called the squat exercise dangerous as hell in a video just days earlier, but he kept pushing. Vicky positioned himself with the loaded barbell. A spotter stood directly behind him. Another colleague stood nearby. Vicky lifted the bar and walked it back, got into position, then descended into the squat. As he went down, the weight pressed on his shoulders. Then he tried standing back up, his legs pushed, but something was wrong. He couldn't stand or get the weight up. Fatigue had set in. The weight was winning.
What the spotter's at, man?
Vicky fell back into a sitting position. Suddenly, the barbell rolled forward and dropped on the back of his neck. The spotter behind him tried holding the bar, but he was fatigued too. He lost his balance.
Wait, what? How was the spotter fatigued? You're just standing there watching him do the workout. How are you tired, sir?
He fell backward with Vicky. The barbell crushed Vicky's neck and broke it, causing critical compression of vital nerves. He went unconscious immediately. Emergency services rushed him to the hospital. Surgeons performed emergency surgery. They tried to save him, but the injuries were too severe. Justin Vicky died shortly after the operation.
For some reason, I feel like this could have been prevented though. Obviously, I don't know too much about the story, but by the looks of it, it looks like it was kind of the spotter's fault. Apparently, the spotter got tired. How do you get tired by just looking at the person just work out? All you gotta do is just look at him, and if he's struggling, help him out.
On October 3rd, 2017, late one night, a 20-year-old student, Wang Zongren, was at the gym at Ampang Jaya in Selangor, Malaysia. He was a fitness enthusiast and a part-time real estate agent. Around 8 p.m. that day, Wang visited the gym. He was alone, training by himself.
No, you need a spotter, sir. Especially if you're doing that heavy weight, you need that spotter. Don't ever be too equalful.
What?
That's a good new word right there, yo.
Wang was doing bench presses, had loaded about 238 pounds onto the barbell. Not an extreme weight for an experienced lifter, but heavy enough to be dangerous without a spotter. He knew that. Everyone knows that. But he was training alone anyway. Wang lay back on the bench, lifted the bar off the rack, lowered it to his chest, then pressed. The reps were going fine. Then all of a sudden, fatigue set in. On one rep, he couldn't get the bar back up. The barbell came down on his chest. He tried pushing it off, but 238 pounds was too heavy. He was trapped, the bar pressing on him, making it hard to breathe and impossible to escape. There was nobody there to help. Nobody to lift the bar.
Like, why would you do this to yourself? You need a spotter for that stuff, man.
He struggled under the weight, trying to breathe, but the bar kept pressing down. His strength was fading. Time passed, and eventually, Wang stopped struggling. He stopped breathing. The weight had won. Hours later, his friend found him, still on the bench with the barbell across his neck and chest. He'd been dead for hours.
No. Guys, I'm gonna just be 100%. I don't think I'm gonna need any type of spotter in the future whenever I go to the gym, because the only reason why I don't need a spotter, I'm not gonna be lifting heavy weight. I'm only gonna be lifting weight that's in my circumstance, pretty much. I'm not a heavy lifter, all right? I lift within my category.
The treadmill window incident. On June 18th, 2024, an Indonesian woman was working out on a treadmill at a gym. The gym was located on the upper floor of a building in Pontianak, West Kalimantan, Indonesia. Had large windows, good views, popular place. She was in the middle of her run, steady pace.
Now, why would they put the treadmills right? This is so stupid. Why would they put it right against the window right there?
At 1 p.m., while exercising on a treadmill, a freaking accident happened. She took a quick break to wipe her face. All of a sudden, she lost her balance and stumbled. Behind the treadmill, about 24 inches away, was a window.
It was that short of a distance? 24 inches? What? I thought you were about to say like 24 feet, but inches is crazy, bro. That's like 2 rulers, bro. Come on.
A large window that was left open. The impact caused her body to move backward. Immediately, she fell out of the gym window from a 3-story building into the open air. There was nothing to grab, nothing to stop the fall, just gravity pulling her down. The impact was catastrophic.
Her back.
She hit the ground and sustained severe head injuries. People on the street saw her fall. There was nothing the doctors could do. She was later pronounced dead. The Smith machine incident. On October 16th, 2024, 21-year-old medical student Mohammed Faraj was working out at the University of East Anglia's sports park in Norwich, England. He was a medical student, studying to save lives. training to stay healthy.
Okay, I like that.
C was performing calf raises on a Smith machine while standing on a plastic aerobic step. During a set, the step tipped and he slipped,
How?
causing the approximately 143-pound bar to drop and force his neck toward the ground.
Bro.
The safety catch should have locked itself. It should have stopped the bar from falling, but the catch had been left at the lowest setting, so it didn't. The loaded
What?
barbell struck Farage's neck and head. The impact was severe, crushing him. He went down. Others
Bro.
in the gym rushed over, called for help. Emergency services arrived quickly, and Farage was rushed to the hospital. Doctors tried treating the head and neck trauma, but the injuries were too severe. Mohammed Faraj died from his injuries, a young man studying to heal others, dead because a piece of gym equipment malfunctioned at the worst possible moment.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie though, if I was the family, would you guys sue us the family members? Like, I know I would.
Barbell squats incident. On August 23rd, 2024, 22-year-old Ariadna Lizeth Mata Esparza
Hold on, that's looking like a cool name. Ariana Lizeth Marta Esparza. Hey, say that 5 times in a row.
was working out at Fitness Sports Gym in Torreon, Mexico. She was a nursery school teacher, passionate about fitness.
right.
She'd visit the gym regularly and take care of her health. That afternoon was supposed to be a
Bro, is she running to the gym? Like, what?
routine squat exercise. Esparza was lifting weights,
Dang.
moving between machines. Everything seemed normal. Then
Dang.
something changed. Esparza suddenly felt off. She collapsed right there on the gym.
Oh, that passing out phase, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Passing out in the gym, that's kind of normal, but, you know, let's see if she makes it, though.
Just went down. Her body hit the floor hard. People rushed over immediately, called her name and tried getting a response. But Esparza wasn't responding.
No.
Although the specific details of her workout are unknown, it is evident that something went tragically wrong during her barbell squats. Paramedics arrived promptly and took over the resuscitation efforts. But despite their efforts, she was pronounced dead at the scene. The cause was later revealed to be anoxemia. Anoxemia is a severe lack of oxygen in the blood, which can pose significant danger, particularly during intense physical activity.
Yeah, so she pretty much just passed out, and I guess she didn't make it, man.
Her heart had simply failed while trying to compensate for low blood oxygen by pumping blood faster. No warning, no previous symptoms. Her
Dang.
family was devastated. She'd been healthy, active, fit. There was no reason to expect this. No indication that anything was wrong.
And she drank water, too? Man, that's scary.
Sometimes young, healthy people die without warning. Ariadna Lizeth Mata Esparza went to the gym to improve her health, to stay fit, to take care of herself, and she died there, on the gym floor, surrounded by strangers. Her passion for fitness couldn't save her from her own heart giving out.
That's sad, bro. That's sad.
22-year-old Kyle Thompson was working out at a gym in Ankeny, Iowa. He was a student at Iowa State University, an athlete, into fitness and strength training. That day, he was doing bench presses at Elite Edge Transformation Center. Thompson had loaded 315 pounds onto the...
Who do you think you are, sir? You can't just lift up 315 pounds like that, guys. Let's be real, all right?
A heavyweight, but not unusual for experienced lifters. He got into position on the bench. The bar was racked above him. He was ready to press. Thompson lifted the bar off the rack, brought it down to his chest, then pressed.
Push.
The bar went up. He was
Push.
handling the weight.
right.
Seemed fine, but something went wrong on the
Spotters, do not sell again, all right? Last time y'all sell, do not sell again, all right? Let's go.
next rep.
Come on,
the barbell
spotters.
slipped from his
Spotters.
grip and came crashing down onto his neck.
Oh.
According to multiple reports, spotters were present in the gym at the time, but
Okay.
the accident happened so suddenly that there wasn't enough time to react.
I guess we cannot blame the spotters this time, but because the accident, it did happen kind of fast, all right? So we cannot blame them, guys. We cannot blame them.
The bar struck his throat with full force before
What?
anyone could intervene. The impact crushed his airway, making it impossible to breathe. Gym staff and other lifters rushed to help,
Bro, imagine 315 pounds of weight coming down your throat. Pause.
lifted the weight off him, and called emergency services. Paramedics arrived quickly and tried to resuscitate him.
Bro.
Kyle Thompson was rushed to the hospital in a fire ambulance, but was later pronounced dead.
No.
The treadmill incident.
Dang.
On July 20th, 2023, 24-year-old Saksham Pruthi arrived at a gym in Delhi, Rohini. It was early morning. Around 7:30 a.m., Pruthi decided to work out on the treadmill. He was a regular.
Okay.
The gym was quiet. A few other members were there. Pruthi got on a treadmill and started his warm-up.
right.
He gradually increased the speed. Everything seemed normal. Then Pruthi began to feel something unusual. A shock. An electrical current
No.
was running through his body. Pruthi tried getting off, but the current kept flowing. His muscles contracted.
New fear unlocked. So now you can get electrocuted by treadmills? Get the freak out of here. There's no way. I'm never going on a treadmill no more.
Seized up. He couldn't control his movements. Other gym members noticed. They saw Pruthi convulsing on the treadmill,
Bro.
rushed over to where he was and tried pulling him off. but they felt shocks too.
Oh!
Someone finally managed to turn off the power and pull Pruthi away from the machine.
How?
He collapsed and became unresponsive. Someone started CPR. Someone else called an ambulance. They tried to revive him, but the electrical damage was too severe. His heart had stopped. His system had shut down.
Oh, no.
Paramedics arrived, took over, rushed Pruthi to the hospital, but there was nothing they could do. The electrocution had been fatal. Saksham Pruthi was pronounced dead. He stepped on a machine and never stepped off alive.
Bro, you have to sue the gym, bro.
Open-air gym tragedy. On October 13th, 2024, a 4-year-old boy was playing at an open-air gym in West Delhi, Motinagar.
4-year-old?
These outdoor gyms are common in India. Free equipment is set up in parks and public spaces for adults to exercise, but children play there too. The boy was with his family, playing near the equipment, climbing on things, being a child, although the equipment wasn't designed for kids.
Okay.
But there were no restrictions, no supervision, no barriers keeping children away. As the boy was playing, something shifted. He got hit by loose gym equipment. The metal frame landed on him. The weight crushed him. He went down immediately. Those nearby saw him collapse and rushed over to where he was. They lifted the equipment off him, but he wasn't moving, wasn't responsive. Blood everywhere.
No.
Someone called an ambulance. They tried helping him. They tried to stop the bleeding, but the injuries were too severe. The crushing trauma was too extensive. The boy was rushed to the hospital. Doctors tried saving him, performed emergency procedures, but he didn't make it. He was later pronounced dead on arrival.
Oh. Okay, so apparently this happened in India, and we all know what goes down in India. For some reason, people be clowning India like they got good street food. No, but in all seriousness though, like the parents probably should have known that if grown men are working out over there, like why would you bring a kid over there?
The squat incident.
Alright.
On February 18th, 2025, 17-year-old Yashtika Acharya
Wait, this was recent, 2025?
arrived at her gym in Bikaner, Rajasthan for training. She was a gold medalist powerlifter who had won at the Junior National Games just months earlier. She was a rising star in Indian powerlifting.
Alright.
That afternoon, she was preparing for her next competition. The
Okay.
gym was quiet. Just Yashtika, her coach, and a few others watching. She was attempting a squat, a heavy squat. Almost 600 pounds were loaded on the barbell.
Bro, 600 pounds for a female. I'm not saying it's impossible, but don't y'all think that's kind of a little too much? Yeah. For example, Ronnie Coleman. Did he squat like 800 pounds? And that's Ronnie Coleman we're talking about. So if she's trying to bench for 600 pounds, like that's not too far away from Ronnie Coleman. And she is not squatting Ronnie Coleman weight.
She'd lifted heavy before.
right.
Yashtika positioned herself under the bar, wore a lifting belt. She was standing on an elevated platform. Her coach stood behind her as a spotter, ready to assist if needed.
Bro, who's gonna be able to spot 600 pounds, bro? Who's spotting that?
She lifted the bar off the rack. The weight settled on her shoulders. She stepped backward to clear the rack.
What?
As she tried to step down from the elevated...
No! Why would you why is she stepping off the rack for? Why is she stepping off the platform for, bro?
Something horrific happened. Yashtika lost her balance and fell backward.
I knew
The
it.
weight
Oh my gosh!
600 pounds pushing her down. Her coach tried to grab the bar, but the weight was too much.
You was not grabbing 600 pounds like that, sir.
She hit the ground in a seated position. The barbell landed on her neck. The impact was instant. Her neck bone broke under the force. She went motionless immediately. Her coach had minor injuries from trying to help. Others rushed over, called for an ambulance, but Yashtika wasn't responding. She was rushed to the hospital. Doctors tried everything, but the damage was too severe. Yashtika Acharya was pronounced dead on arrival.
No,
A
bro.
17-year-old gold medalist, gone in seconds, killed by the sport she loved. 60-year-old Carl Hughes, a lifelong gym enthusiast from Rose-on-Sea in North Wales, began another workout in his home gym, something he'd done countless times before.
Okay.
Hughes was a retired catering assistant and had
Alright.
spent years training in his flat. He had the full setup in his bedroom, including a bench and weights, and lifting was a core part of his routine. That afternoon, he was alone at home. He loaded his barbell with roughly 132 pounds, a manageable weight for his experience.
Reasonable amount of weight right there. Hey, at least that's not like 315 or 228, you know what I'm saying? So we good over here, right?
He lay back on the bench, gripped the bar, and began his set. But something went wrong. The exact cause is unknown. It's impossible to determine if it was fatigue, a slipped grip, or a muscle giving out.
What
The
happened?
bar came down, and he couldn't push it back up.
No.
It dropped onto his chest and neck, trapping him under its weight. He fought to lift it or roll it off, but 132 pounds pressing across his throat was unforgiving.
Oh,
There was
no.
no one there to help. He lived alone. Minutes passed. The bar didn't move. Hughes's strength faded. His breathing slowed, until finally, he went still. He died of asphyxiation, pinned by the weight he'd spent a lifetime mastering. 2 days later, around September 9th, 2023, Neighbors who hadn't seen him.
Oh yeah, and he lived by himself too. So that means his dead body was inside the house for a few days because he lived by himself and nobody knows about him. Like, that just makes me not want to live by myself in the future. Like, if I ever get a house, you know, Lord willing, right? If I ever get a house in the future, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I die, like, nobody would know for like about a week.
Concerned when his newspapers piled up. One neighbor, Philip Colligan, entered the unlocked flat. When he opened the bedroom door, he found Hughes still on the bench, the barbel resting across his neck, the scene frozen in silence. An inquest later concluded his death was an accident. Carl Hughes died doing what he loved, but he died alone. If you'd like to see...
Guys, if you're gonna lift weight, number one, please make sure that the weight is not unrealistic. Like, squatting 600 pounds, like, come on guys, let's be real. And number two, make sure you got some good spotters, alright? If you don't got good spotters, then don't even bother lifting the weight, alright? They will sell you. But yeah guys, those were the gym accidents, the deaths. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Probably not, because you know people done died. Terminate that like button, subscribe to join the EJ Nation, and I will see you guys in the next video.